I am a transformational life coach, the chief joy connector, and founder of Joyous Ocean. And I'm a yogi. I'm really excited to be here with you this morning. Teresa, Marie.
Good morning.
Good morning, Afrie. Always so excited to see these regulars. Even when I go back and watch the videos, I feel like I'm hanging out with y'all. So it's exciting to hang out with you. Nefertiti, hello. We're going to talk about 3 ways to love the body in the mirror, and we have a whole lot. You don't have to grab anything right now, just get present to any thoughts and feelings about the body. You know, you, your soul, your spirit are separate from the body you exist in. But we'll talk about that more. So excited to be here with you today. If somebody's in a car, I'm not sure if you'll want to mute yourself because I do hear a car radio. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Good morning, Grand Rising. Again, for those of you just joining us, my name is Dionne. I am a transformational life coach coming to you live from Washington Heights in New York City. I feel blessed and highly favored to be here with you today. We are going to talk about 3 ways to love the body in the mirror. So there may be some notions and things you have in your mind about your physical body. And I did choose the words carefully, 3 ways to love the body in the mirror. It is, in theory, it's your body, but there's a big aspect of us that is so much that is spirit, that it's the you that exists in your body, your spirit, your soul is different than the physical body that is the shell that you occupy. And you have to develop a relationship with that shell that you claim ownership of and take care of while you're here. So, Facebook, I'd love to hear from some people anything that they have, any concerns they have about their body. If you want to type that in the chat on Facebook or here in Zoom. And then we're going to move to the presentation because I actually want to go through my slides relatively quickly so I can see you and hear from you if you are so able to speak today or have your camera on. Thank you, Nisha. So 3 ways to love the body in the mirror. I tend to love green and plants, so you'll notice a lot of times I do have something live with me or around me. So that's another way that I feed my spirit. So I just want to plant that seed here that hopefully you are always surrounding yourself with things and creating visuals that feed your spirit. Yes, Teresa, I see it. And as we get started here, I will also invite you to have distractions off. I tend, when I'm engaged in something, my phone will have notifications on. So even for this, my phone is on Do Not Disturb. I've made sure anything that's going to ring or buzz or vibrate is off. You know, if you still have a home phone, clearly there's not much you can do about that. But hopefully nobody's calling you at 7 o'clock in the morning. But if you can get rid of any distractions, that would enhance your experience. So, in terms of our relationship, a couple of people have typed, some people have typed in the chat some things. So, today is 290, and I am Dionne, and I'm really excited to be here with you. And sometimes the challenge that people have when they're looking at the mirror is there's a sense of judgment about what they're seeing. Instead of seeing their body, seeing the body and having feelings of love or joy or gratitude or appreciation come up, there's a certain level of judgment about what should be there. And there may be some regret about actions that you've taken in the past, and sometimes even sadness. Um, or dislike. So I did see one person typed in the chat that they felt some concerns about their body and the fact that they didn't like their weight or their legs. So therein lies the problem, and we want to address that in a number of ways, 3 specific ways. And then as we move on, we as humans are meaning making machines. We give the mirror this massive amount of power in our life, but it's a piece of glass. So we can drink water and soda out of glass, and there's a coating on this piece of glass that allows us to see a reflection. And I'm going to invite all of you on Zoom and on Facebook to shift your perspective and your opinion about that piece of glass and take your power back, because that piece of glass is not the challenge, it's what we see in our mind's eye. So if we change our perspective in our mind's eye, we can take our power back and have less challenges with the mirror itself and identify and diminish its power. It is a piece of glass. And what you see here should channel through into the mirror. You have that control, and I'm giving that back to you today. As we go through this, there are 3 things, because I really like it to be just a handful. So we're going to go through what those 3 ways are. And I tend to like to talk a bit about myself. Some of you have heard me here before, and some haven't. So in terms of my past, as I show up to you here today in 2021, this is what my past looked like and what my body, my shell did look like. Beautiful. And I had a size that I was not enamored of as well. And for me, in looking at it, still a beautiful face, a beautiful smile. This is about 2010. And I don't know if you can see it, but if you look closely on the bottom picture, that's me in red. So all of this is me, and different sizes, different shells, and that was the past. And I, at that point in time, had a very poor relationship with the body and didn't really look in the mirror at all. And in my apartment, I had the bathroom mirror. There was no full length mirror because I didn't want to see that reflection. It was almost a surprise when I would get to work and pass by a mirror and be like, oh, like there I am. I didn't greet myself. I didn't see myself. I didn't love myself. And that was a part of the challenge for me, and how I put on about 80 pounds. And in taking some time to transform my relationship with the body, I got to what my present is. And if there are weight challenges you want to transform, On the next slide, I'll show you what, my present is and possibly your future if the challenges you're facing have to do with your weight. The previous slide was about 2010, and these pictures are from 2012 and 2020. And so I've been able to transform my relationship with the reflection in the mirror, in the body, and my physical body. So if that's something you're working on, I have to tell you, it really starts with changing the perception here, being able to look in the mirror at yourself and activate a few different things so you can transform your body from the inside. So looking at what those three ways are, and I, again, always like it to be something that's a handful that you can hold on to. We'll start talking about the three ways. So I love acronyms. So BAM. So BAM, B-A-M, will be the acronym I'll invite you to remember and really dive into what makes the most sense for you. I'll go through this quickly and then we'll dive into what each one is and talk about the exercises. So for B, body beautiful and boundaries, two different things. A, affirmation, acceptance, and awareness. And then the last one, manifestation, meditation, and memory. And of course, since the name of the workshop is Mirror, I do have a small mirror here with me that I may use a little later, but those are what the BAM stands for. These are the three ways that we're going to dive into about how to love the body in the mirror. So with the first one, diving into B, body beautiful is a ritual and a phrase that can truly transform and empower your relationship. So whether you're on Facebook or here on Zoom, create a visual of yourself, whether you're taking a shower, whether you're brushing your teeth in the mirror, and you're there, because generally most people brush their teeth in front of the little bathroom mirror and that cabinet, and you're always reciting to yourself, body beautiful. If you're putting on lotion, training yourself to have this connection with your skin as you rub lotion on your body and say, body beautiful. If you're not avid with lotion, still, when you're in the shower washing yourself, you're lathering up, body beautiful. And you can simply add these two words to your ritual and connection to your body. So, body beautiful is something that was really important because your body has served you and it's doing beautiful things for you, even as we speak. You woke up this morning, you have your breath, and then boundaries. When children are born within the African tradition, there's a massaging that we do just to make them aware that they are here, that there's a separation between their mother that they grew in, that was their host, and themselves. So knowing what the boundaries are of your body, and you're a shapeshifter. So in the same way we grow and expand mentally, we can grow and expand physically and transform that. So creating boundaries with yourself and how that is, and that starts with the mirror. So I'm going to stop there because I actually want to hear from you. I've been talking for quite some time, and I want to hear from you how that resonates and what that looks like for you. If you have any particular rituals, and if you can see yourself rubbing lotion on and saying to yourself, body beautiful, whether you're on Facebook or you're in Zoom, let me hear from you and how that lands for you, what resonates with you about creating boundaries with yourself, looking in the mirror. Like I brushed my teeth this morning, knowing I'm coming to you, and I'm in the mirror dancing. I also had Jill Scott on too, but dancing in the mirror, talking about the body beautiful. And I actually enjoy looking at that. Y'all are awfully quiet today. I'm not used to this. So I'm going to call on somebody. Oh, okay, Teresa. Let me hear from you, Miss Teresa.
I love it. What you said about saying body beautiful because, this has been a off and on struggle for years, but I definitely would take in consideration of saying body beautiful to myself on a daily basis. Like you said, my body has served me. I've been able to go places with the same body and do great things. So for me to take it, like some days I get discouraged, by my body, but Yeah, I'm doing a lot better and eating better too. So, but I think the body beautiful is a great way to, encourage myself. And even like you
Yeah.
said, doing those massages is, I think that would be great too.
Yeah, there was an earlier one where Sahu Speak did body self massage. And that's what I thought about since Body Beautiful was a part of my. So I was like, oh, I can add the self massage to the ritual of Body Beautiful as you're creating that, because we did a lot with that. That was a while ago. But thank you, Nefertiti, about loving the acronym, and Cheryl. And thank you, Teresa. And the boundaries, you might not think of it, all of us, we exist in the body and we know it's there. But we don't always have boundaries with ourselves. So just to expand on the boundaries, it's having a conversation. And what Teresa said is really important with the looking at what it is. And Teresa mentioned weight. And so sometimes we don't have the best boundaries with ourselves and the body, because our brain will feel emotional about something, our heart will feel emotional about something, and the action we take from the emotion is feeding the body, trying to fill the hole. So there's a boundary that hasn't been created that's clear on how you heal your emotions. And we sometimes, if we shift that boundary and feed the body with music, feed the body with something other than sweet, because when things are sour or sad in our life, sometimes we reach for food. That was definitely my drug of choice at one point. Thank you, Zakia. I'm glad you can incorporate Body Beautiful. It is easy enough. I definitely agree. Facebook, let me know what you're thinking, and then we're going to move into the A so we can talk a bit more about that in the slide. Oh, wait, Teresa, I saw your hand go up. Did you want to say something else?
That was by mistake. No, thanks. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
okay.
So when we look at the A, affirmation. So Body Beautiful is one affirmation. So I'm going to invite you now, if you already have an affirmation, something you say to yourself in the morning or something throughout the day, if you're getting ready to move into a challenging situation, an affirmation, and creating an attitude of gratitude with your body. So I tend to start off with, I am light. So I am love, I am light, I am a radiant expression of spirit in human form. So those are some of my go-to. So if there's something, thank you, Shemaine. I love my body. Yes, I've been the same size for the last 15 years. That is an accomplishment. I'm not at 15 years yet. I'm looking forward to getting there. But these are all things. Thank you for that. And if there's anyone on Facebook, please, please share whatever you're feeling in terms of whatever your affirmation is. And if you don't have one, create one and type that in. Acceptance is really important. So when I think about acceptance, my body is almost 54. So I'm excited about that. I'm here with you today, and I'm getting on a plane tomorrow to celebrate my birthday with my family in St. Thomas. So the acceptance of the body and knowing that my body over 50 is not the same body that was 20. My body after bearing children is not the same body it was before bearing children. So there's a certain level of acceptance that the body has changed, and creating gratitude around that change instead of sadness, and really thanking your hips for, for bearing children if you have born children, thanking your stomach for holding nutrition and transforming it to feed you, thanking your heart for being vulnerable, even if you have been hurt, for always loving, creating that connection and acceptance of what your body has done for you and all that it's done to get you to this point. Whether you've been on the planet 20 years or 70 years, there's a level of gratitude and thankfulness for being here and accepting that. And awareness, just the fact being aware that, okay, where I am today may not be where I was yesterday, but there's something powerful about what I can do. Oh, thank you for that, Denise. So, affirmation, acceptance, and awareness. And I see lots of juiciness in the chat coming through. So, I'm going to pause for a moment. So, yes, Nefertiti, that's been a thing. I'm going to pause so we can engage, whether you're on Facebook or here with me on Zoom, and drop in again. And if somebody wants to share their voice, this will be a great time for you to share something that's been going on. I love that Nefertiti said that, she's gained weight and you want to lose half of that. And let's talk about even the weight gain. I'm going to pull the slides down just for a moment. So if you want to speak, Nefertiti, or someone else, and sharing what your thoughts are on Facebook, gaining weight, there's something in our body that we're seeking protection for. So I know when the slide is up, I miss things in the chat. So if there's something that I didn't see that you want to bring in, Jean-Carl, please let me know if there's someone that wanted to share. But in terms of weight gain, for me, go ahead, Jean-Carl.
I believe Nefertiti is ready.
Okay, go for it.
Hi, good morning. Yes, so I was sharing that I've gained 20 pounds since the pandemic, and I've accepted it. I went through, I would like look at my body in the mirror and really make sure that I had this whole moment where, like, listen, I don't want to develop a negative relationship with my body. And so I just, kept affirming myself that I'm beautiful, and, and if there's something that I need to change, like if I'm binge eating, which I think I do a little bit of eating too much in the evenings. Well, I would say at night, not really in the evening, but at night, that I need to change that. But I don't want to like lose the weight just because of some kind of, external body standards. Like I really want, if, like for me deciding to lose half of that was like me thinking, what am I comfortable, what would make me happy? Not like what do I want to look like or anything like that. Like, I mean, even if I lose half of that, I'm still like, bigger than I was when I started. But yeah, for me, I was just making sure that I wasn't succumbing to bodily norms, like,
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love that you have accepted it, and that awareness that you already were looking at yourself in the mirror and affirm, because I can't see all of you, but your face is beautiful, your skin is beautiful, the hair is beautiful, the smile, wow. Your smile just lit up when you smiled, so your smile is beautiful. And even Jacqueline acknowledged that she loves the brightness of your voice. So I hope the community is seeing Nefertiti already took it upon herself to go like, I've gained this weight, but it's okay. Something you said that I want to highlight, because I think it's very common, for not just for you, for myself and other people here, eating at night. If you've had any sort of fever or illness, how things seem to be exacerbated at night, there's generally something that we haven't dealt with emotionally that will call us to fill that void. So in terms of tending to eat late at night, it was a major issue for me. So absolutely connecting to you with that, getting up and eating. Thank you, Jacqueline. Where it's almost like I have 2 floors, so I could be upstairs in bed, and it's like the refrigerator's like, "Hey, Dionne, you want something now. If there's a dessert left over, there's something you want to eat." So it's like it's talking to you. So this is why I have boundaries in there for the B, to create boundaries for yourself. But there's a certain allowance that you need, that I need, that Jacqueline and anybody else on Zoom and Facebook that has this challenge, to really talk to yourself. Am I complete? Is my heart full? Is my body full? What is it that I haven't dealt with? Because when we go to sleep with certain things that we haven't resolved and we're feeling unsettled about, those are the things that tug at our body, and it pulls us towards, for some of us, not everyone, it pulls a lot of us towards food and filling and creating comfort in food. So thank you, Catherine. Thank you for sharing that, Nefertiti. So, and I love that what Nefertiti shared is that she had created acceptance, and she also had awareness, and she put affirmations. So that was a phenomenal example. I'm going to see, was there anyone else that wanted to share before I move on, Jean-Carl?
Yes, this would be a great time also to, there's a lot going on in the chat, and I noticed that there's also some comments from Facebook. So it'd be a great time to hear from Charmaine and what's going on in Facebook, and then I can come back and read,
Okay.
or have someone come on from the Zoom chat.
Thank you so much.
All
I
right.
see it, Denise.
So On Facebook, we have from Amelia. I had to start making the intention to speak lovingly to my body recently. Over the past 2 years, I've gained 50 pounds. And while I may not always look it, it's definitely changed the image of my physical body as I've known it to look. So now, when I look in the mirror and I feel that, oh no, feeling, I have to immediately shift my thoughts to, oh, hey, beautiful. Another comment is from Deborah. I love the opportunity for compassion and appreciation that saying, body beautiful gives.
Thank you
And
for that.
that's it on Facebook. I'm complete.
Okay. I love that. And definitely in the pictures I showed you on the slide, I had let me think about this, 80-pound weight gain. So just to be clear, that I am connecting with all of you, and this is a transformation I had to take on for myself. I was 124 pounds. I went to 204 pounds. And since I am seated, you cannot tell I am 5 feet short, 60 inches since I was 11. There are a couple of you in the audience that actually know me. So as I'm sitting down, people have an assumption of me being a bigger person, a bigger spirit. But when I stand up, 60 inches. My kids have been taller than me and picking me up since they were 8, 9 years old. And I'm taller than my mother and was taller than my grandmother. So that weight gain, and during that point, we saw a picture of me. And I'm going to ask you if you can bring up that slide again. It's an older slide that had the pictures of me in the past, because that's where I started some of the rituals we're talking about now with the body and looking at myself. And it was my corporate headshot. And that was, let's see, yep, that's it. So there I am. And I said, looked at myself, and as I transform, and still the same locks, and going like still beautiful, the same smile, and finding different size clothing. But there was a sense, and I want to address this for myself and call it into the space. So if you're feeling this way, you can release that. There was a sense of failure that I had become a slave to the refrigerator, and I wasn't dealing with what I knew to be. I've been a dancer and a performer all of my life on stage since I was 5. So it was like, how did I let this happen? So there was a sense, there was a negative opinion in how I would talk to myself. Thank you, Carmen. And it was like that I had failed at letting myself do this. And then I called my partner, the person in black standing next to me. We're still together. And those are 2 of my kids are in that picture, I think. That was my daughter standing next to me in the green. We're actually on a trip in Zimbabwe in 2010. And there were physical ailments coming up. I was starting to have, I didn't get there, but I was on the edge with diabetes. I was on the edge with high blood pressure. So it was like, oh, I am young. At this point, I was 40 something. I have to do the numbers, I don't remember. And it was like, how did this happen? And then transforming that. So that is possible. And I'm going to claim and bring into the space that was me. And then we're going to fast forward to moving on to M, so we can wrap up the slides and just talk. Oh, it's hard to hear me? Uh-oh. Let me see if the volume is up. Jacqueline, is this any better?
Yes.
Somebody? Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I think sometimes when I go into reflection mode, because as I look at the pictures, it really brings up so many memories for me and that time in life, in my life, and what was going on. So it was probably my tone of voice being in reflection. So thank you for calling that out so you could hear me clearly. M, the third part of your BAM, BAM, manifestation. If you start changing the relationship in the mirror, that shifts everything. It not only shifts your perception and your relationship to yourself, you're going to manifest the physical look of the body and feel of the body that you're going to inhabit. And then other people will see you differently. After a week or 2 of just looking in the mirror and rubbing yourself and acknowledging yourself, you will start to manifest different things. And you can add that in terms of who you are and this spirit and this light being and manifesting things, and use the mirror as a tool to manifest. Meditation, avid part of my beliefs. Now, if you don't want to sit still, or if that's a challenge for you to sit still and do what people think of meditation is in a more open quote traditional sense, walking can be a meditation. And what you're saying to yourself, each step that you take when you're walking, whether you're walking from your bed to the bathroom, to the kitchen, to the train station, to the bus, that, you know, that can be a meditation. There can be a mantra that's there. And something that happens for some of us is there are memories. So in the same way that you all noticed that my voice went down as I was having deep reflections of what my life was like at that point in time and the negative feelings that I had about myself and my body, there are memories. So you can call out happier memories and you can call those things out. And I don't have the M here, but I did show you that there's a mirror. So if you do have a small mirror, there are points and times that you can do what I'm doing and look at yourself in the mirror and see into your eyes and give thanks. Like even for me, it's like seeing if there are little wrinkles. I was like, I have lived long enough to have earned some wrinkles around my eyes or in my forehead, and just see the beauty that is you and look into your soul and your spirit and get comfortable with mirror work. Not everybody loves it. It can be a little uncomfortable to stare into your eyes and pour love into yourself. But the reality is, it's important that we can see love and lovingly speak to ourselves, because so many of us want to be in a loving relationship with another human being. We want to be in an intimate relationship with a partner, and we want them to love us, but we don't love ourselves. We want them to look at us lovingly, but we don't look at ourselves lovingly. So, wrapping up what the BAM is on our next slide, just summing it up so you can hold on to the learning for yourself. BAM, 3 words with various things in there. Body beautiful, boundaries, affirmation, thank you, Carmen, acceptance, awareness, manifestation, meditation, and memory. And of course, since this is about 3 ways to love the body in the mirror, your mirror, although it's not here, is built into this practice. So if you have a small mirror, I tend to keep one since so much of our life now is in front of a camera. I have a mirror, and this one stands up so I can sit it here. So if I can need to double check something to see myself. And someone said it here. I don't know, remember which person said it, but transform. I think it was the first person on Facebook that had gained 50 pounds and coming back, and instead of going, ooh, and looking at themselves with disdain, going, hey. And that's something that hey creates a familiarity. And like, hey, girl, hey, beautiful, how are you? And other people, you want them to ask you how you're doing. You can ask yourself. You can look in the mirror and have, Dionne Colette Monsanto, the Chief Joy Connector, am giving you permission to have a conversation with yourself, to look in the mirror and be like, how are you doing? Did you sleep well? How are you feeling today? And really own that. And yeah, Carmen, I've like these things, when I think about, childbearing, Jacqueline, I'm going to come to you in just a second. I want to hear your voice. When I look at my stretch marks, and I was going to bring this into the space later, but because I'm going to quote someone that has transitioned, I'm going to call out Mama Nankulaleku and call her name, because she was my midwife for my firstborn child, and she has since transitioned. And what she said about stretch marks is that they are not to be hidden, that they are badges of honor. So I earned the stretch marks. And that's why I started this belief, because I earned these stretch marks by bearing life and bringing life into the world. So at that point, I didn't feel like, oh, now I have to wear one-piece bathing suits. Like, nope, these stretch marks are a part of my journey. I'm proud of my children. I'm proud of my stretch marks. And it's okay for me to show up wholly, fully, and authentically in my body, in the world. And whatever challenges somebody else has with that, that's on them. That's not on me. But Jacqueline, let me hear what you have to say.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Yeah.
love.
Hi. I'm just starting to come to terms with the aging thing. And I think it's because I was a late bloomer. So I always saw myself as a fat girl. And when I was in my 20s, I think I might have had a little bit of that body dysmorphia or whatever that they call it, because I saw a fat girl and my friends were like, you're crazy. And when I look back at my pictures, I could see my collarbone. I was, my cheeks were sunken in. I was skinny. My legs were very skinny, but I thought I was fat. And I was constantly looking in the mirror, trying to get that flat stomach, which is not me because I have an athletic build. It took a long time for me to come to terms with my athletic build, which only happened in my late 40s, early 50s. And so now that I'm starting to see a little bit of gray, I'm struggling I haven't been able to lose weight. I've been steady. I haven't gone over a certain weight, but I haven't gone back down to the weight that I thought I should be at. Which I'm not sure about that because my daughter is heavier than me, my youngest one. And she told me, she sent me a picture of herself when she was my weight. And I was like, wow, look at her. And I'm like, really? Because I'm like pushing towards that 200 and people see me and they're like, you are not. And I said, yes, I am. But I do what you do. I don't say the affirmations in the morning, but I look at my body. I appreciate my body because I never appreciated it when I was young. I didn't see it. I couldn't see it for some reason. So I see it now, but that the wrinkles, I don't have a lot of them, and I don't have a lot of gray hair, which people think is amazing, but I don't. I see a few, and they're very brittle, and I'm like, I wish they would be soft like the rest of it, because then I would embrace it a little bit more. But
the gray hairs, girl, we're gonna have a conversation. Go ahead. The gray hairs have their own life. The gray hairs be like, you know what? I'm here. You're gonna see me. It's different. We're moving into new things. So
yeah, and you're gonna feel me too, because I'm like, wait a minute, that feels a little rough, but. But I'm starting to really enjoy myself and who I am and what I look like. I look at myself in the mirror every single day. I can tell you when I was younger, I avoided it. I didn't like my nose. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. I tried to change stuff. The only thing I did do was have breast reduction because I was really big on the top. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do that. And that really changed. That was a game changer for me in terms of being able to appreciate my body. So I'm just
Thank you for sharing that, Jacqueline, because I do have a sister friend that did, a couple of sister friends, and it really impacted their back as well. So it was like intense back pain for the two women that I know that did that. It wasn't just the visual and the harassment from other people, but physical. I love what you brought in about the difference between the 20s, and I'm over 50 and I'm also in menopause. So I always talk about menopause. I had a hot flash while we were here. I normally have a fan sitting next to me. I got a tissue over here because I could start dripping in a minute and be like, "Ooh, child." But
every day,
to embrace all of it. Oh, in the chat, Teresa says, you are beautiful, Jackie, inside and out. So I'm glad that your daughter does that for you so she can reflect your beauty back to you when you've forgotten it. And you call in something to the space that I want to share and invite other people to look at. The circle we create. I'm always shouting Shawnee out that she created the Woo community, and it's a circle of beauty and space and places that we can reflect our beauty back to other people. There are a couple of you that I know that are generally on Facebook or here in Zoom that I know personally, that I know I have reflected their beauty back to them and they have reflected my beauty and power back to me. So I invite you to have, oh yes, you are dripping, Teresa, to have that circle around yourself, whether it's a virtual community or a physical community of love. But I will tell you quite honestly, once I did create the shift in my eating and exercise, and have boundaries with food and emotions with myself, I did tell all my friends, don't let that happen again, because that was me calling out for attention. I do not think, and I'm going to say this a few times. Thank you, Kelly. I will always say having more weight is not wrong. It is how you feel in your body. I definitely have friends that are over 200 pounds, that are over 300 pounds, that were in dance companies with me, that could physically move. I have seen it on the continent. So at every different size, it is about how you feel. It is about your numbers and your health. With my clients, I work with them, telling them to know their numbers. And when I say know your numbers, it's not just the weight on the scale. You do want to know the high, your cholesterol, your blood pressure. Like I generally stay at 110 or 120 over 70 or 80. So 110 over 70 or 120 over 80. So you should know your numbers. So they speak to you. So when you're transitioning into a place that could be dangerous, that could be unhealthy. So thank you, Kelly. I'm going to pause for a minute and I want to see if there's chat that's coming in from Facebook or from here on Zoom because I couldn't read everything as it came through. But you got a lot of affirmation in the chat, Jacqueline. So is there something I'm missing here that you want to call in? I love that. I'm dripping more now than ever. Over 50, over 40 has actually been better for me. And that was something that Jackie called in that I thought was great, that how she felt in her 40s and 50s was different, because I honestly think I look better now than when I was in my 20s. I think there's a lot of emotional upheaval that happens as we're growing into our full self and getting to the over 40, over 50. So it was really nice to hear from, oh, I'm blanking on the first person that spoke, but and looking at her and seeing her as under 50 and that she's already creating these affirmations for herself. So is there anyone that wanted to share from Facebook or here on Zoom before I move on?
There isn't anything on Facebook right now, but I can share what's coming up for me.
Okay.
I'm like my sorrow Jacqueline is I had an athletic body and I didn't know what I had then. And now that I'm in my 50s and I got this baby pouch that just popped out of nowhere. I never had it in my 40s. And it just showed up in the late 40s, in my early 50s. I'm now looking at those pictures and saying, damn, I didn't have this then. And I'm trying to get back to that, which is very difficult to get rid of this baby pouch, but it's all in diet. It's what I'm putting in my mouth. I have a love-hate relationship with sugar. I love chocolate. I go down the aisle. I know down well not to go down that chocolate aisle, but I go down that aisle and I look and it calls my name and I say, oh, they got Cadbury's roasted almond chocolate on sale. I'm gonna grab me up 10.
And how does that food, how does it even know your whole name, Charmaine? Be calling
A
you about your
whole
whole
name.
government name, whole government name.
Plus the AKAs. It know all of them. And so sometimes I turn to individuals in the aisle and I tell them, just tell me put the chocolate back. And they say, put it back, and I put it back. And then there are times I don't ask. I walk over the chocolate. I know I'm out of integrity with it, but I put that damn thing in that freezer and I can't wait for it to get cold to eat it.
Can I tell you,
And
thank you, Charmaine. I'm going to interject. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. Denise, I feel you. Denise says she gains weight just by looking at food. So Charmaine, I really want to thank you for calling that into the space, because I did talk about the food calls to your spirit. So I actually have a book next to me because I do use this with my clients. And if you can see this, it's called Constant Craving. So since you're here with me, no, let us stay there because I want to look up chocolate. So we're going to talk about what this chocolate craving means with you, Miss Charmaine. Because in this book, when we look up a particular thing in the back, I want to see what it says for chocolate. Because I pulled this up for my clients and they have different things in here. So chocolate, so it says different kinds to see food category, candy, ice cream, cake. So when you're looking up different things, so yours, I'm going to say candy, if it's a chocolate bar, but they have chocolate covered things, chocolate chips. Interesting. So with different things, if it's, I'm going to go with this chocolate bar. It says angry. The probable meaning for consuming, it says angry that love life is unsatisfactory, blaming self or others. And the affirmation you can use to replace that is, my inner source of love is expressing itself perfectly right this very minute. I listen and I trust. So, and they went into specifics about chocolate covered things. So there's literally almost two pages on chocolate in this book with different meanings and affirmations. So this is one of the things. Oh, the name of the book. The name of the book is Constant Craving, and it's by Doreen Virtue, if somebody, and it says what your food cravings mean and how to overcome them. So, oh, and repeat the affirmation. All right, hang on a second. I see y'all. I'm glad you're with me. I always get concerned. I was like, what if Woo is not going to be talking to me this morning? But y'all come through and I appreciate it. That affirmation said, my inner source of love is expressing itself perfectly right this very minute. I listen and trust. So yes, Kelly, my family is from the Caribbean. As I said, I'm going to St. Thomas to be with my family for my birthday. And definitely I'm considered very small. Jackie called in something about being athletic build. That's always with me. All of my weight is in my thighs, the open quote, thunder thighs. You know, now we're like, thunder thighs save lives. Get you some thunder thighs. There's power in here. My whole body is powerful. And thank you, Zakia. And I'm claiming and appreciating all of that. But this has been really, oh, you want to take a screenshot? Here we go. Doreen Virtue, Constant Craving. And looking at what the body is and how it feels, and if there's certain aches and pains that are happening in your body. Another book that I love is the Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Body or You Can Heal Your Life. But those are some things. But I want to wrap things up before we get to the 8 o'clock hour and some of you have to leave. So in looking at the slide again, all of you have been really, really, really fabulously engaging and powerful. And if there's somebody else that wants to chat, we can do that. But I want to create space for how you can talk with me and what we can share, because there's so much power in this. And what my offering to share with you today. Oh, thank you, Charmaine. That's dope. She done told you how you can get the book, even though I'm going to tell you, if there's a local bookstore in your neighborhood, go see if the book is in your local bookstore, because books. Oh,
Dionne?
yeah, I don't know what happened. I got bumped out for a second. It was weird.
Okay.
I was like, where'd I go?
You're still here with us.
Okay. All I could see was another screen. All right, technology. So one of the things that I offer to the community is transformational life coaching. And within my practice, I've been a certified life coach since 2009. It's not just transforming the body and right-sizing your body. What's really important is, for me at that point in time, it was what was happening externally in my life and how that showed up physically for me, what I was experiencing with my family and my relationships at my previous job. I ate my pain. So, in the same thing that all of you were talking about, my challenges with myself showed up with me and the refrigerator. Starch, peanut butter was definitely a drug of choice. So, I want to call into what I should have read peanut butter, but for what Charmaine shared about her and chocolate, that was me and peanut butter. And that has been me since I was 5 years old. My family would hide the peanut butter from me, and I would get a step stool and climb up on the counter, on the refrigerator, and reach up and get the peanut butter, eat it from the jar. So, but I had to figure out, what is it I was calling to? What is it that I needed to right size that? So there's lots of coaching sessions I have, coaching packages I have available, but I want to get clear. If you are really happy, loving your body, and have already transformed your relationship with the body in the mirror, I applaud you. And I hope you share that with your friends, your family, your children, and your whole tribe, so that becomes contagious. And if you have not done that, there are ways that we can work together privately or in a group to right size your body. I always say it needs to be a 6-month package, because there's a certain level of awareness and there's 7 steps that I take people through. So there's whether we work privately and on the next, or we work or we work in a group. And then I want to offer just where we are now in these last few minutes to see, because I want to offer coaching to someone. Oh, consistency, Abimbola. Yeah, yeah. this is why I was really impressed that someone said they've been the same size for 15 years now. And since my weight transformation, I got complete and have been this size since 2012. So I'm at about 9 years now and being this size. I had been here before, but since I lost it, I'm not in, but if I was in Overeaters Anonymous or, AA, so I'm just going to count from how long it stayed consistent for these past 9 years. So I'm going to offer to you that some of you will have a Love Your Body breakthrough session. So we do have a slide, and there's some things I want to call to. I did mention to you, you may see this on Facebook, that Mama Nanku has transitioned. So please send prayers and love and light to her family and her children and her grandchildren, since that transition just happened, because she was the one that gave me that the healing energy around my stretch marks from bearing children. And because I want to see that slide that shows what's available to you in the Love Your Body transformation sessions, and then gathering winners for that. And so, do you want to show that slide, or do you want me to see? There we go. Thank you. Potato chips, diabetes. Oh, because of the starch. So I think it's the next slide, or there's a slide that shows how they can talk to me. It was somewhere in there, the talk to me slide, and talking a little bit about yoga journal. And that's for the group coaching. Let's see. It must be afterward.
I'm sorry. It might be afterwards, Tia.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go through the next slide, which is group coaching. Okay. And this is a group. So what I'm hoping at some point we will get this started. It's been a conversation that to look at how we can create this as a group. So I've done group coaching over the years, but I haven't started this group. And we would do something similar to the Woo community, but really just focusing if you're a client and buy into this group. So you should reach out to me if this is something that you're interested in. And then we'll move forward to the next slide. Yay. So 4 participants today will be able to win a Love Your Body breakthrough session. And I wanted to get this out before some of you leave at the 8 o'clock hour. So we're almost there. So what you'll need to write in the chat, and then if you take a picture of this slide, I am a yoga teacher and I'm in a competition. I'm currently in 5th place. And Crossley, I want to be a number 1, because if I get to number 1, I get featured in Yoga Journal. And I think it's important, the representation, being a Black female over 50, that's a yoga teacher. And so please, please, please take a snapshot of this slide so you can cast your vote. You can cast a free daily vote through your Facebook profile. And that way, so I'm in number 5 and it's about 2 more weeks. So I'm moving from number 5 and the goal is to get to number 1. So to win, before you go, bam, there were 3 words. Thank you, Denise. And there were 3 letters. So you're going to have to type in the chat and they'll let me know who the winners are. And that would be B, A, or M. So whatever resonated with you, the first 4 people that are typing in the chat what they stood for. So you don't have to get all 3. But, oh, all right, I see Denise in there. People are throwing it in the chat. So you're typing in there what that is. And then you'll be able to schedule a session with me just by going to the app. Yes, all right, you guys were listening. That was like 20 minutes ago. And you're typing stuff in there and what it is. This is good. So we're gonna go to the next slide, because a little later we'll find out who won. And this is how, and if you're looking for group coaching, even if you're not getting the Love Your Body breakthrough session, we can look at how that's still the best way to schedule time with me to look at group coaching or individual coaching. And then all right, thank you for voting, Cheryl. And then on the next slide, all of my contact information. And I'm going to be here with you a little longer, but you guys were so awesome. And I know some of you will need to leave soon because I have that it's almost 8 a.m. So this is just a pause to make sure everybody knows how they can reach me. That is my cell phone. That is generally with me all the time. And that is a number that works where no matter where I am in the world. So even if I'm out of the country and you call that number or text that number, I will receive it. And how to find me on Facebook. That is my business Facebook page. Find me on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter and LinkedIn. So there is really back to how you can email me as well. Dionne@joyousocean.com. Joyous Ocean is my website. But I always point people to the link tree because that's where you'll see everything. Like I let people know that's how they could register for this talk today. And that's how you can find out where I'm teaching yoga and where I'm speaking and all the different things that happen are on the link tree. It's harder to update the website all the time, and you can find what you're looking at the link tree, and the website is there and my blog as well. I do have a book coming out, so I'm sure I'll be able to talk to you guys in April, and I'll post it in the chat. And it's 101 Ways to Live Life in Joy. It's with the editor now. The book design cover is beautiful. So I'm excited to share that with you soon. And I think on the next slide, and I'm not sure, John Carl will let me know when he has winners, because I don't know if some of the winners will have left already. I'm hoping everybody will still be here if he's ready to share that.
Yes, we do have winners.
Yay!
The first one I see here is Denise.
Okay.
She said, BAM, body, beautiful boundaries. And Denise, if you
I
inspired-
accept.
she let you get the ask. She accepts. Denise accepts. Let me write this down. Thank you, Denise.
And our next winner is Cheryl.
Do you accept, Cheryl? What did she write?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, Cheryl, Glenn. And I guess your husband's not sleeping today. Last time you're like, I can't talk, my husband's sleeping. Now she's like yelling, yes.
He is sleeping enough. He didn't hear that though.
And who's the next one?
Next, we have Teresa Scott with.
Oh, great. Yay, Teresa. And
Yes,
is there
I
one more?
accept. Yes.
Thank you, Teresa.
And next we have Afuya. She said beautiful affirmations, which is derived from, she said beauty affirmations, which derives from beautiful.
Ah, got it. Yep, there you go. So Afie, I'm hoping you accept, because so often you say yes and then you say no. Do you accept?
Yes, I accept. Woohoo!
Yay. That is fabulous. You guys were so awesome. And I wasn't sure if I would do this because time on my calendar is very limited. So I am going to do one more bonus offer and we're going to talk more and then I'll let him. But the bonus offer is going to be one more. And I said, but this person has to put something in there from all three. So it's not just one of them. So it has to be something from B, from A, from M. And I will give a fifth session to the person that can type that in the chat. Oh, okay, Purple. I don't even have to wait for John Carl because I could see that one pot up. Okay. All right. I got that with Purple. Yay. And I've only seen your session online, but I've seen you in the room often. Well, I have my winners.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's get Purple to come on in that cell.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Ooh, out in the sun. Today's your birthday?
Yes, today is my birthday, and I appreciate this bonus offer. This gift you're giving is me giving myself a gift as well. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Aries in the room. Aries turn up. Yes.
Hey!
Yes. Fire signs. You're so welcome, Purple. Okay. So if you go quickly back to the slides and then we'll chat a bit more. I don't know if people had to leave, but I'm glad I got all my winners in before some folks start to head out. On the slides, I just want to talk to you a bit more. And there was,
Dionne, I'm sorry, which slide do you want to return to?
I wanted to go, I know with the how to connect to me, but then I just saw something. I want to look at what Charmaine called out before we go to the slides, because Martine in Facebook said it was a great discussion and so necessary. She
Okay.
wasn't on from the beginning, so it may have been addressed, but one thing we tend to neglect when talking about body positivity is injury. Injury and chronic disease. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Let's see. I'm trying to see the rest of that. As it relates to body image. So though I'm overweight and I don't have my ideal body, it never really bothered me until I suffered a back injury and then chronic hypertension. My yoga instructor, who also provided my physical therapy, introduced me to a song by Jessie J called Queen. I'm going to look that up, Martine. Thank you for sharing that. And it resonated with my very soul and helped me to see that I hated my body and felt it was failing me because of my injury. I encourage anyone going through any type of body issues to listen to it in the dark, eyes closed, with a lot of tissue. All right, thank you for the forewarning. I just saw that. Thank you so much. I saw that and wanted to pull it up because I saw the body injury. So she is absolutely correct, and I'm glad she called that into the space. But in looking at what we're talking about, body beautiful, boundaries, affirmation, acceptance, awareness, manifestation, meditation, memory, and your mirror. Let your mirror be your friend and transform your energy around the mirror. I'm going to move further on into another towards the end slides to see what's coming up. And the talk to me slide. So with injury, and then I'll come down again. Thank you. I love how this flashes through. So some of you did not win the session, but if you're really looking at what coaching looks like for you on this slide and the next slide, there are ways to contact me. I'm also an active part of the Facebook group in Woo, so I want to open that in a space that we can have a conversation and have a subgroup focused on that. Thank you, Terry. You are a winner. You are always a winner, Catherine. And that's a beautiful affirmation. But calling out, thank you. Oh, Terry had a birthday too. My thing in reaching out to me and always calling out, and my manifestation and my business name being Joyous Ocean comes from the fact that I believe that joy is our inherent birthright. And that is something that you can connect to in your body, you know, so being happy with your body. And I love what Martine brought in now. And we're going to, after this, I'm going to pull the slides down since we have, all right, I still have a little bit more time. I'm doing good on time. Pull the slides down. Hopefully you have the contact information from this, whether you're on Facebook, in the chat here. Thank you all for birthday love. Get present with yourself on where you are now. So Martine, what you should know, I'm speaking specifically to you and anybody else that has body injury. I have had lots of body injuries. I am a dancer that have had a torn ligament in my shoulder that they did want to perform surgery on. So between a torn ligament, rotator cuff injury, arthritis in both of my feet, and broken toes. And when I first started challenges with my weight, it was in with my knees in my 20s. So when that comes up every now and again, it does slow me down. And some of the challenges that I experienced with my weight and healing emotionally, I ate. So during the back pain, Martine, I was in a dance company, Sabah Agro Africa, Sabah Dance Company. They changed their name to Drum Song African Ballet Theater, DABT. There was a point in time where I would have to wear a belt. I almost had a back brace. I was on pain medication for my shoulder and my back. And there was a part of the weight gain at that point because of the injury and then other emotional things. So definitely there was a transition. And I do understand what you mean about feeling like your body has failed you. But what I will say to all of you, as I remind myself and remind you, our bodies are talking to us all the time. So when you're feeling exhausted, or you didn't get enough sleep, or if you have a headache, your body has many cries. And something I didn't mention, but this is my water bottle that's always sitting here. Um, your body could be crying for water. Your body could be crying for sleep. Your body could be crying for love from you. So sometimes when we get ill or have certain challenges, it is our body demanding that we slow down. Once I figured out that my body wanted more sleep than I was giving it, that was a big healer for me. And when I started to feel getting tired, I had pneumonia before, I've been hospitalized with different injuries, and I would feel post pneumonia, it would feel like there was a 2-ton pile of bricks or an elephant sitting on my chest. And that feeling starts when I'm running myself down, when I go too hard. My sister calls me the Energizer Bunny. So, to Martine and anybody else dealing with something, sometimes the injuries are calling to your body, wanting more attention for you. The spiritual, energetic body wants more attention. And so that's when I get sick. Quite honestly, I have worked in an office with people that have had the flu, that have had strep throat, in a corporate office with 3 people sharing an office together, but my immune system is strong. But when I am run down, when I am tired, when I am not feeding my body enough sleep, enough good food, enough water, enough positive imagery, I get sick. Yes, Denise. Denise is saying that she's had more falls. Thank you. I think Teresa must have put the song in the chat because there's a YouTube link to having more falls. So you can look that up. And it's just like, what is your body craving? So if you're falling, maybe you're walking too fast. There could be an inner ear issue that's throwing your balance off. If balance is a challenge, it's really looking at what is your body crying for. And if it's sugar, Charmaine mentioned sugar. Sometimes even before I had this book, and I was like, you want sweetness in your life. There's a sweetness or something that you may have had that you feel like you're missing now, that your body is calling for, that your spirit is calling for. And because we're not sure where to find it and how to fill these voids, we fill them with our refrigerator. We fill them in the cabinet. Energy testing is not something that's particularly a part of this, but in your learning and alignment, I feel like somebody, since this is day 290, I think there was a presentation, but I think there's a book called Your Body Keeps Score. But energy-wise, you can use a pendulum, or you can simply hold space and ask yourself. So, where is it? Oh, see, thank you, Jacqueline. I thought that was the book. Could you highlight Jacqueline for a second? Because she's holding up the book that I just mentioned. Yes, The Body Keeps Score. Yep. And read the bottom part because I can't see it clearly.
Okay, what does it say?
Brain something.
Brain, mind, and body in the healing of trauma.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. So, and trauma can be various things. So thank you so much for that book, The Body Keeps Score. Yes, Teresa, I want sweetness in my life too. So calling that into the space, and there's lots of resources out there. You don't have to buy all of the books if you can, and if you have the wherewithal. I'm a big fan of the public library. You can still borrow books from the library and pick them up. You can purchase them. You can get them on Amazon. I'm gonna still call you to look for a local bookstore in your neighborhood and let them support the small businesses in your neighborhood. I've already spoken to my 2 bookstores here in Washington Heights, one community owned, one Black owned, but energy testing. So I do something as simple as creating a ring, having your 2 fingers in a circle like this. So you can have a pendulum that can swing to figure out yes and no, but a lot of times I will energy test to decide. So this is going to be something that should be helpful for you, Charmaine, when you go shopping. So you may not ask somebody in the aisle if you should buy the chocolate. You can ask your body because your body is brilliant. Our bodies are machines that we do not always feed. Peace, Kelly. We don't always feed good information, or good food. So when you create this, So it's a little ring, and I'm trying to pull, so I'm not really using a lot of muscle. So in energy testing, I'll ask myself a simple question. Well, I normally clear. Within kinesiology, I'll take one hand and I'll bring it below the groin area and run the energy above my head and run it down. So I'm clearing my energy to wash away, like maybe because we generally pick up other people's energies, or you'll come in even from your sleep space, you can bring other energy into your conscious space. So clear my energy. And then I'll ask a question. Now, you might not be able to do that in the supermarket, but just mentally clearing your energy and go like, start off with a yes, no question. So like, my name is Dionne. So the ring won't break. My name is Dionne. My name is John. So I wasn't trying to hold it, but as soon as I gave it, I am purple. I am white. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole. My name is Dionne. My name is John. So in the same way, it's like, do I want ham hock for breakfast? Is it in my highest good to be in the woo community? So you can ask, is it in my highest good to consume white products and white sugar? So if you just do that at home, that energy testing, I think she said, Michelle, it was by Jay. The song Queen was by Jay. Charmaine, if you can find that in the chat from Martine and let us know who sings the song Queen that we should all be listening to. That energy testing is going to be really helpful for you in making some decisions, because sometimes I'm Aries. So the Aries in the room will tell you and affirm, I stay in my head. I think, therefore I am. And that is very much Aries. Thank you. I'm glad you affirmed that, Afuya. I think, therefore I am. So much of my energy is in my head. So sometimes when you ask me how I'm feeling, I have to think about it, because I don't directly connect to my feelings. That's not my go-to. My thoughts are. So I create my world from here. I say I'm going to do something, I write it down, and I start the manifestation in my brain. I don't know how I feel about it. I really have to think about that. So your body has its own intrinsic knowledge. So if you start energy testing things, that's a great way to shift the conversation, because you're not in your head, you're not in your heart, in your feelings. Because my daughter was a Pisces, so very much in the emotions. It could be a sunny day, but she felt like it was raining. She felt a certain way about something. I don't want. Well, I feel like, I could say I love you. I don't feel that. I'm like, well, but I do. So really asking, your body what it needs. And you might not always know the questions. And if someone tells you something, like I've been energy testing, like, real talk, we could talk about this virus and this vaccine. I'm energy testing if I need to get it. Thank you so much, Charmaine. The song is Queen by Jessie J. Saying that so you can hear it for the Facebook family and the Zoom community. Energy testing is really helpful for me. Like, I have been in Dunkin' Donuts because I love my coffee, and I will go get espresso. I don't get any fancy drinks because I'm not going to put the milk in or the sugar in, even if they have soy milk, almond milk, they're all sweetened. I read all the labels, and I'm not buying things that have sugar added to them. If I'm choosing to add something, it's generally honey, agave, or stevia. Those are my choices to manage the amount of sugar that I take in, since we do have a great deal of people with diabetes and high blood pressure in my family. So I wanted, yep, almond milk is fabulous. Start buying the unsweetened one, Jacqueline. Unsweetened, unsweetened. Y'all are sweet enough. Unsweetened. The asking yourself what you need. So I stood in there and asked myself, like, okay, like I wanted to buy, I don't remember what it is I wanted to buy, but I energy tested and it came up no. So I just got my coffee and that was that. And my version of coffee is going to be black coffee because I'm sweet enough. Yeah, you are sweet enough, Purple. So acknowledge that the sweet you need in your life is probably a little bit more sweet from you. And it takes a while to break down sugar addictions. But that's enough of the sermon from Mama Dionne today. I'm inviting all of you. I hope it was helpful for you to manifest the 3 ways to love the body in the mirror. I'm hoping that each and every one of you will be active in that and share that with your family, your friends, your children. It's really been transformational for me over the years, from stretch marks and even the stretch marks on the thighs, because I got those too. That's not from childbirth, you know, but really acknowledging and loving and appreciating all of you because it has served you. The arthritis in my feet from the broken toes, like I love dancing. And you know what? I broke my toes falling, I broke my toe dancing, but they served me. And you deserve love externally, but it has to come from you first. If you can't look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, you are so beautiful. I love you. Your hair is beautiful. And even if your hair is thinning, I get to see the skin that's here. Even if your hair is gray. Jackie, I have a few gray hairs, but I tell my children, I was like, that gray hair is you. That gray hair is you. Because I'm silly like that. But I do have a few gray hairs. My family tends to gray late, as opposed to early. But invite and acknowledge all the changes and welcome them. I want to go back to the slides to let you know what's coming up and what else is available, who's going to be here, not tomorrow, but on my birthday, and all the next things that are coming up in the community. Thank you so much for staying till the end, those of you that are here and could stay on Facebook and Zoom. It's been fun hearing from you. So my contact information, they have been putting it into the chat. Thank you, Evelyn. They've been putting in the chat and it's here again. You can take a picture of the slide. And then Aries live, Aries, yes. As always, love offerings and donations are welcome. You can use Zelle, QuickPay, or Cash App. And if you're sending it in, please use the code hashtag 290DM. Day 290, DM my initials, Dionne Monsanto. So please, please, please. And then as we look forward to what's coming up and what our schedule is, on Sunday, my 54th birthday, Kinyofa will be here and she will be covering In the Beginning. So it sounds fascinating. I look forward to joining you on that one from my bed in St. Thomas. And then join us on Monday for the celebration, the 1 year anniversary celebration, 2-hour edition. So it's normally short, it's normally 30 minutes, but 2 hours on Monday with DJ Sienna and the Woo community. So show up and show out, even if you can come for a part of it or for all of it, show up and show out on Monday, March 29th for the Wake Up Everybody 1 year anniversary celebration, 2-hour edition. And then the schedule, oh, and we want to welcome. So friends, family, the Woo Nation welcomes all the new members. You can join us on Zoom, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 7 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, wherever you are in the world. Monday and Wednesday, 7 to 7:30, except for this coming Monday, 2 hours. And it streams live on Facebook, but you do need to register, bit.ly. And here's the schedule again. All of these slides, some of you know, but if you're new, you can type in the chat, let us know where you're hailing from. Reminder about Monday, always giving thanks for Shawnee. The swag, we got to talk about the swag and where you can grab that. Bit.ly is how you make the website short. So the Bit.ly is Woo Swag, Wake Up Everybody Swag. And I know a lot of you already have the stuff. So there's sweatshirts, there's the masks, the mugs, and there's more things on this. You're gonna have to go look in terms of the sweatshirts. I think there's a t-shirt as well, but there's a lot of beautiful stuff that will ship directly to you. So please come through in your swag. Thank you so much for being here today. It was my pleasure and honor to be here with you. I'm thankful for the coaches that were with me. Stay in touch, register at bit.ly Wake Up Movement, for Facebook, bit.ly Wake Up Community, and then on Instagram, it is at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. And YouTube, Woo on YouTube. Wake Up Everybody on YouTube. And if you need to send an email, info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. So there are so many ways to be in contact. You are not alone. We, the beautiful Shawnee, started, and we have created and maintained a community now 290 days strong. So yay, I see that. Oh, Terry says the t-shirt sizes are generous. So I think Terry trying to tell you order a size smaller if if you're not sure. But order your swag, come through, vote for me. Just love yourself up and create the body that you want to live in and build it to show up for the life that you're trying to manifest in the world. Be your best self. See yourself so others can see you as you truly are. The mirror work The mirror work and loving the body in the mirror for me is a call to joy and a call to action that should almost feel like your civic duty because you, me, we show up as better humans, better individuals, better people just by being our best self. So it's really helpful if you do the work so you can see yourself in the manner that you want to be seen. So you can feel your body and appreciate your body. Like all of that makes a really big difference in how you showed up. Oh, that's another idea. Someone said consider getting swag for others so you can rock the woo in different cities around the country. So I am complete. I had a ball hanging out with you today. I'm thankful to Charmaine managing Facebook. I'm thankful to Jean Carl. I'm thankful to Nija. And if there's anyone that has anything to share, they can. So I'm looking forward to the love that comes energetically. Yes, Teresa. Teresa's dancing over there. I'm feeling it. I don't know what music is playing, but I'm dancing with you, girl.
I'm singing I Am Every Woman to myself, and I was just feeling it just then.
Yes, Chaka Khan. I am every woman. That's a good one. She's Aries too, just so you know. And Jill Scott is Aries too. That's a whole nother workshop on how Aries rocks the music community on lock. Diana Ross, Jill Scott, if I remember correctly, Marvin Gaye. But again, I digress. Thank you.
Awesome, Dionne. Awesome. Happy birthday to you. I'm happy that we got to celebrate with you this morning. And before we close out and transition to a love shower, today is Thursday, where we normally have our community engagement, where if there's anyone interested in joining our team, we have a team member today. And Kathy, is that you? Will you be staying on this morning?
Yes. Good morning. Yes, John Carl, I will.
Awesome. So share with us really quick what the members staying on can expect before we transition out and turn it over to you completely.
Well, if there's anyone out there that's interested in becoming or joining the WOO volunteer team, then I'm here to discuss that with them, discuss what opportunities exist and what brought me to the team, if anyone's interested. So if anyone's interested, I'll be here afterwards and we can discuss that.
Awesome. Now, family, thank you so much. Stay on with Kathy if you like to be part of our community. I encourage you to do so. But at this time, again, we celebrate with Dionne, and now we do what we do best here as a Woo community, and we love. Let's shower Dionne with love as she's blessed us with our presentation this morning. Thank you so much, and I invite you to come off mute.
Thank
Great
you,
work, Dionne.
Dionne.
Thank you, Dionne. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Birthday,
to you.
Dionne.
Happy birthday.
Birthday, Dionne.
Happy birthday, Kia.
Yes.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
Happy Gary's birthday.
Yes. Thank you, Jackie and family. Go ahead, Aries. Go ahead,
Love
Aries.
you, Teresa.
Love y'all.
Love you. Love you.
Love
Love
y'all.
you.
Have a great day. Thanks.
Have a beautiful day, everybody.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It was amazing. Got me
Thank
dancing
you.
here. That was good, right?
Oh man, I'm gonna be excited to talk to you, Teresa. So you
I
better
am too.
set up your appointment.
Oh gosh, I don't stay. That's right. I'm good.
Okay. All right. And Kathy, thank you for your support last night.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Peace and
Beautiful,
blessings.
beautiful trip home.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Dionne, who do we have on now? Hey, Teresa.
Hey, beautiful. Who's there?
It's Kathy. It's Kathy.
Oh, Kathy, your voice sounds so different today. I don't know.
Groggy.
No, it don't sound like it. Sound really refreshed, really.
I
It sound like a new lady. I was like, wait a minute, who was that speaking to me?
Okay, so we have, good morning, everybody. We have Cherry, we have Inez. I thought you were a part of the team. And we have Michelle. Are all of you?
I am a part of the team, but I just what I want to ask, I just want to ask a quick question. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
I need to get the Google Doc. You guys have one to see exactly where I would like to be placed, or what interests me, or what what pops out. So is that on the WhatsApp group, or can that be sent to me?
It is on, there's a doc on the WhatsApp group. Do me a favor, in the private chat, if you could, because this is also broadcasting live to Facebook, in the private chat, if you could send me, just put your name and your email address, and I'll make sure that I share it with you.
Okay.
Okay. And that way, also, there's like a volunteer interest form. I'm not sure that if you don't mind filling it out, so we have like your demographic information, your phone number, your email address, and it will say like what are your interests. I'll send you the doc with all of the different groups, but it will ask you what are your interests. So if you don't mind filling that out, that would be great, so that we can have that somewhere in a collected space.
Okay, Kathy. All right, I'm gonna do that right.
Thank you so much. When is your birthday? I saw people saying happy birthday to you.
To who?
To you.
To you.
Me?
Yes.
Me?
Someone, Terry Ruffin. Yes, Terry Ruffin said happy birthday, Inez.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, sure did. Okay.
It's not so. When is your birthday? Happy birthday! I was going to say happy birthday to you. I thought I saw that.
But my birthday is on the 31st of March.
Still good.
Okay. Still, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Start the party now. Okay. And is there anyone else? Thank you so much, Inez. I appreciate it. And I'll get you that information very shortly after we finish. Michelle, are you still on the line? Can you unmute, please?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Michelle. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good. Okay. All right. So wanted to just let you know my name is Kathy Thompson, and I am part of the WU volunteer team. I serve on several different committees, the marketing team, the slides team that prepare the slides that you see every morning. I'm part of the community liaison team. Thank you. Thank you. Part of the community liaison team, which handles team members or community members that email in. I am part of, I think that's it. Marketing, slides, community liaison. Feels like I'm missing something, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, what brought me to WU was shortly after I started tuning in I recognized that I had found my tribe and I wanted to give back. And my way of giving back is acts of service. So joining the volunteer community was something natural. And I want to let you know that it's almost like a continuation of being in the morning sessions. It's a very supportive community. It's a very, very collaborative community, and there's a sense of fellowship and team, and it's very rewarding. And it's not only rewarding, you get marketable skills as well. You get to learn different things and different things that you may not have thought you were capable of or interested in. I never thought I'd be on the slides team, and I didn't know anything about Google Docs. You know, I didn't know anything about Canva or Planoly or Google Teams. That just there are very it's a teaching community. If you want to learn something, someone is there to step up and teach you. So it's quite wonderful. There's a lot that you get back. And Teresa, you are here as well. Teresa is also a volunteer. Would you like to share what you get?
Yes, I was just getting ready to say that. I've been on a couple of training classes, and I was like a little kid. I was like, "Oh my God, I want to do that. I want to do that." So what I am saying too is that the excitement of the different things. Like I was in the I think like a computer class showing you what's the name of that new
Canva.
the new
Canva.
Canva, right? And let me tell you, that is so amazing. I'm actually going to create a book. I'm actually going to create a painting using the Canva. You know, to you know, so it's like I learned something that I can actually use as a business for my own self. So the things that you're learning, I mean, and the people are so lovely. It's like a family in there. And they're patient with you. They're like, you know, oh, you know, like, oh, you know, sucking teeth. Not something you've been in class where teachers be having an attitude. It's none of that. You know, it's like if you don't understand, they will go over with you. They will take their time. They will personally sit down with you and let you, you know, understand like what you need to learn. And you know, I've been back and forth because I was dealing with some stuff myself personally. And Kathy said, Teresa, no problem. Whenever you're ready to jump back in, just jump back in, you know, but it was like, it's really been a blessing. So I just want to encourage everyone, you know, to join, like bring more people to come and join, because the back, you know, the people like, you know, in the backstage, they the one that make this whole thing rock. And so you will be part of making the Woo community take to a whole nother level. And plus you might have new skills that, you know, we could, you know, bring that we haven't even thought about it. So please join us. Any and everyone, love you. And I'm complete.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Michelle, may I ask some information about you? What drew you to stay after, or what's drawing you to the volunteer community?
Just trying to learn some different stuff and new stuff, and just enjoying the company and just want to be part of something.
I understand that. And I just want to, you know, there are many different committees where you could serve and bring your natural talents. And if you have a talent that we haven't thought of yet that we need, like Teresa has talent in fundraising, and we didn't have a fundraising like department or person. We didn't even think of that one, but she brought that. She created a space for herself using her own talents and abilities. So if you have something that you're interested in, or something outside in the world that you've done or do, then we welcome you. We welcome, you know, even if you don't have that, we welcome your energy and your enthusiasm into the group, and you'll find a space where you fit in. Let me just say that.
Okay, I'm trying to get my business off the ground. I am trying to be a event planner right now. I should say I am an event planner.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. that sounds like, to me, it sounds like the marketing team. However, like the event planner, we have a 1-year anniversary coming up that, we definitely could have tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday, that we definitely could have used your, your talents and gifts with. So I think that, that definitely you will learn something, but I know and believe that you will give something as well.
Yes.
Can I ask you to do me a favor?
Sure.
Could you please drop your name, your email address, and phone number in it to me as a private message? Because, like I said, this is broadcasting to Facebook. And I will send you a form to be complete. And it's just like with your information, and I'll send you something with the different committees that you can review, and if you see like an area of interest, you can put it down on this form.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I did that already.
Did you do it already?
Yes, and I was having some trouble with the questions was not properly posted, and you said you was going to fix that or something like that.
Was it me that said that?
Somebody I spoke with, and I spoke with you, and I sent my information to you.
Right.
And then I received the form to fill out, but it was not correctly. The question 1 and 2 was not up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll do it again if I have to.
You know what? Well, do me a favor. Just put your information.
I'll do it again.
Yes, give me your information, like in a private message to me.
Okay.
And that way I can make sure that you get the you can get the information, you can get the form, we can get it fixed for you.
Did you get my information?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Okay. I have it.
Okay, but when would we send that out?
I'll send it out right after we end this.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then I'll just let you know that I received it. Okay. And can you drop your information in a private message for me?
I most certainly can. I'm doing it right now.
Done.
Oh shoot, sorry about that. So Michelle, there is today there on Thursdays, Kinyofu does an onboarding session for new volunteers. Are you available tonight?
What time?
I believe it's at 7:00.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Kath. Okay, there it is. I was about to say. I was like, oh, she just put her name down.
I pack. I'm so sorry. When it comes to the phone, I'm not a two-handed texter, so I apologize for that. All right. All right. And Michelle, I see your info. Okay, I got it from both of you. So, yeah, I just want to say it's a beautiful experience to okay, got it. It's a beautiful experience to volunteer, and I have gotten family, out of it, and so much more than I give. So much more than I give. It's just been a beautiful experience, as well as a marketable experience, to be honest. So I encourage you, you ladies, to come on board. Inez, I know that you're already on board. And to Justin, anyone else that's out there, please, you have the info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. where you can send an inquiry to if you'd like. And yeah, it's a great thing. And
Okay.
I am complete. And do you ladies have any questions?
No, I'm complete too. I got to get off. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. And you all have a abundant, prosperous day.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings.
Beautiful day.
Bless you too.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you. Thank you so much, Teresa. Appreciate you. Okay. Michelle, have a great day.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.